Well, hello there. I got some treat for you Lenormand fans. My name is Irene. I'm from the Netherlands and I'm sorry I have a very bad cold, but I still wanted to make this video because I found this little book. It's a book in Dutch, I'm sorry, but I'm in the process of translating it into English because it's very valuable to the people who like the Lenormand reading. As we all know, I guess we all know, or maybe you don't know, the Lenormand cards we use these days are not the cards that were used by Madame Lenormand herself. She lived from 1772 until 1843, and what we know is that she used regular playing cards. So no cards with dogs and anchors and trees and snakes. That came from a game called Das Spiel der Hoffnung. That is the game of hope. And that was from Johann Caspar Hechtel. And that game came from 1798. And Caspar had that game. It was the game with the cards we are using now. We use it now for divination, but Caspar had it made for something totally different, but he also said you could use it for divination. And that's what we do today, only we call it the Lenormand cards. In this book, because I want to tell you so much in so little time. This book is from, I just found the date, it's not in the book, but I found it on the, how do you say this in English? Where it was the printer. The printer had a website where the book was on, and it said this little book comes from 1885. And mevrouw, Madame Lenormand, she lived until 1843. So this book was written from her name almost 40 years after her passing. It's very delicate. You can see it's very delicate. I got I got a second copy. It's a bit more or better quality. So I am going to use this book to make pictures of it. And I want to make it into a PDF file so everybody can see. But for the people who don't speak Dutch, and I think there are a lot of people who don't speak Dutch, I'm going to translate it. But in this book, it says it's a little bit about the history of divination. And then some people might recognize this, but it is kind of like the Petite Etaille. This is a copy made by Lynn Boyle from Aquarius Wellbeing store on Etsy. And this is a Petite Etaille deck. And Madame Lenormand probably used his method of divination with the cards. And in this book, it says she did, but slightly different. I compared this book to the book about Etaille. I got a copy translated in English. So I see things that are the same, but I also see things that are different. Etaille uses the Etaille card. There's no Etaille card or Lenormand card in this. Mevrouw Madame Lenormand uses all cards, not the Piquet deck only. So my plan is, my plan is to make something like Lynn Boyle did, like the Etaille cards. I'm going to make the Lenormand cards. That's what I want to do. Look, there's number 33. It's the spades, 7 of spades. When it falls upright, it means hope. And then a lot of text. So I'm going to give it a try. Today is the 24th of November 2022. I don't know when I will be finished, but this is what I'm going to do. So there will be a real deck as close as can be, I think, in my honest opinion. Of course, you can have a different opinion, that's no problem. But I'm going to try to make a deck like the entire deck, but then from this book. Maybe what would be a nice name? Madame Lenormand Revived, something like this. I don't know. I hope you will follow. I will keep you updated, of course.